Hi students, in the previous video I explained the properties of addition and subtraction of integers, right? So clearly once again repeatedly I am saying what the video I am sending to you, the same thing you should copy to your notes. In Kannada once again I am going to tell ಯಾವ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನೋ ಅದನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀರಿ. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಸರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಐ ರೈಟ್ ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ ಟೆಲ್. So in live classes you can't see properly, some numbers maybe sometimes you can't see because of network problem. So that's why we are sending video. What the video I am sending, it's the same thing you should copy to your notes. Okay, don't ask again and again, right? Is it clear? I think. Okay, fine. So next we pass on to properties of multiplication of integers. So closure property. So closure property already you know that. So we have to take two numbers, then we have to multiply. So what the product we are going to get, that number also present in the set of integers. So then we can say that it is closed. Okay, right. Let two numbers identify. Let 5 and minus 3. Okay. So negative numbers also we can take no problem. 5 and minus 3 are the two integers. Then we are under multiplication. So therefore 5 into minus 3. What is 5 into minus 3? 5 is 15. So plus into minus, minus. Here nothing is there, plus into minus, minus 15. So minus 15 also integer. Minus 15 is also an integer. So therefore, generally what we can write? Generally, so these are all very easy. So once you learn, so easily you can write. So generally, A and B are the two integers. Then what we need to do? We need to multiply the two numbers. A and B we need to multiply. So when the two integers, if you multiply, one more new integer will come. You will get. So like this. 5 and 3 multiply, you are going to get a new number. In the same way, when A and B if you multiply, you are going to get a new number called C. Okay? A into B equal to C is also an integer. So therefore what we can say? So therefore multiplication is closed. Therefore multiplication is closed. So this is what about closure property of multiplication of integers. Right? Fine. Students, next we pass on to commutative property. Okay? Commutative property, you know that two numbers once again we need. Two numbers means integers. Two integers we have to take and we have to find the product in the LHS, and once again in the RHS we have to interchange the position and we have to take the product. If the same product if you are going to get in the LHS also in the RHS, so then we can say that commutative property holds good. Okay, or multiplication is commutative. So like that we can. Right, the same numbers I can use. So let 5 and minus 3 are the two integers. Then 5 into minus 3 is equal to minus 3 into 5. Same numbers we have to multiply by interchanging the position. First number, second number, first. That's all. So plus into minus, 5 3 is 15 is equal to once again minus into plus, minus 3 5 is 15. So 5 3 is 3 5 is both sides. So both sides same. So therefore generally what we can write? Generally if A and B, so A represents one integer, B represents one integer, or two integers. then A into B is equal to B into A. A into B is equal to B into A. Both sides LHS and RHS are equal. So therefore what we can write? Therefore multiplication is commutative. Multiplication is commutative. So next we pass on to third property, associative property. So in associative property we need three integers. Okay, three integers we have to take. That how to write already I told. So same pattern, both sides we have to write the numbers or integers. Then we have to group them with a different manner. First two, if you use the bracket, so in the RHS we have to use the bracket for the next two, I mean last two, right? Like that. So let three numbers or three integers we are going to take. Let 5, 3 and 7 are the three integers. Then 5, 3, 7. 5, 3, 7. That day I told how to write. So we are under multiplication, therefore into. If you use the bracket for first two, then here you have to use for second, right? I mean last one. So now simplify the numbers first inside the bracket. 5 3s are 15 into 7. 5 you write as it is. 3 7s are 21. Now you multiply. 15 7s are 105. So here also 105. 5 1s are 5. 5 2s are 10. Right? 7 5 are 35. Carry 3. 7 is 7 plus 3 10. So 105 equal to 105. So therefore, generally what we can write? Generally A, B and C. So three integers we use. Three integers. Then A into B into C. Same. A into B into C. Right? They are equal. Means just we are grouping the numbers in a different manner and we find the product. So there is no change in the product value. Product we are going to get same. So that is what equal sign. So therefore what we can write? Multiplication is associative. Multiplication is associative. So this much you have to copy to your notes, and these properties are very important. So this much if you keep in your mind, it's very easy. So if it is commutative means under addition A plus B equal to B plus C. Under multiplication A into B is equal to B into A. Right? So under subtraction commutative won't come, and under division also these properties doesn't holds good. Okay, only all the properties are holds good under addition and multiplication. That you keep it in your mind. Except closure property holds good under addition, subtraction and multiplication, but not in division. Okay, so it's next we pass on to distributive property. Distributive means what? Equal distribution. Okay, so in here also we need three integers. Let 3, 5 and which number shall I use? 2. Okay, so why I am taking these numbers means these are simple numbers to understand. So once you have to understand with simple numbers, so afterwards you can change and you can take any numbers, no problem. Including negative numbers also we can use, right? First try to understand the property. That's why I am going with the simple numbers. Are the three integers? Are the three integers? Then 3 into 5 plus 2. 3 into 5 plus 2 is equal to 3 into 5 plus 3 into b. So what is this? With multiplication over addition. Multiplication over addition. So first multiplication over addition. Okay? Right. 3 into 5 plus 2 means 7. That is equal to 3 5 is 15 plus 3 2 is 6. So 7 3 is 21. 15 plus 6 21. So both sides are equal. So this is what we call distributivity of multiplication over addition. Right. So generally why we are going to write means no particular numbers we are going to take here. In terms of A, B, C we are going to write. This much if you keep it in your mind. So any examples you can verify, you can compare. So it is easy. Generally if A, B and C are the integers, then A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. This much if you keep it in your mind. Distributive property means A into B plus C, that is equal to A into B plus A into C. This is what distribution. We are distributing, we are dividing. See, dividing is not division. Okay? See, A into B, C and into is there. This into and this A. Right? This A we have to multiply to B plus the same A we have to multiply to C also. That is what? A into B plus A into C. This is what we call distributivity or distributive property. So therefore, this is distributivity of multiplication over addition. Okay? So distributivity of multiplication over addition. So this explanation or in the statement form we are going to write like this: distributivity of multiplication over addition. So next we pass on to questions to solve, to simplify. Write down a pair of integers whose sum is -7. We need to write a pair. Pair means 2, right? 2 integers we have to write. Whose sum is -7. How many pairs we can get? So many number of pairs we can get. So among them, at least 1 or 2 we can write, right? So 2 integers we have to take. But the sum should be -7. Sum should be -7. Sum answer they have given -7. How we can get -7? 2 integers we have to take. Integers means we can go with positive, negative numbers we can choose. Okay, but the sum should be means when you are going to add up, you are going to get -7. Which are those? I can go with -6. -6 I am having. So then how much I am going to add to this to get -7? Very simple, -1, right? -6, -1, -7. So then what are the pairs I have taken here? -6, -1. Right? These two are the integers I consider. So then, if I go with -8, I consider -8. So how much I need to get that already they have given -7. So minus is the bigger number I am having with minus, no problem. So 8 you are having. How much you need to reduce? 1 you have to reduce. So reduce means you go with -1. If you go with -1, what happens? -8 -1 -9 you are going to get. So then what I need to do? I need to add this. Right? -8 plus 1 means -7. So which are the integers I do? -8 and +1. So like this, so many you can write. Okay, simply if you don't know what you have to do, put one small number 10. Answer they have given -7. Right? Minus should be need. Minus should be need means for the greater number you should give minus. From which number if you subtract 10 to get -7? From which number if you subtract 10 to get 7? So that is 17. See, 17 minus 10 is 7. Bigger number minus. So which are the numbers I use? 10 minus 17. So like this, many pairs we can write. So these are the pair of numbers. This is how I got. Okay. So both I have written. Okay. Actually this much is enough. This much is enough. Just to understand this, I have written clearly. Yeah. Right. If any confusion is there, you see what the pairs I have used and how I can get the minus. Okay. Come to the next question. Write down a pair of integers whose difference is minus 10. So in the previous sum, here they have given difference. Means when you are going to subtract, you are going to get should be minus 10. So then which pair of numbers you are going to use? Right? So answer they have given. That is very important. So which side you want, you can work out and see. No problem. So minus 10 I need to get. Minus 10 is your answer. Minus 10 I need to get. So when I need to subtract, I need to subtract. Okay? So then, suppose if I am going with some 10, minus how much? I am going to get minus 10 should be the result. So, from which number difference I am going to take to get minus 10 should be the answer. So, it should be 20 itself, right? 20 minus 20 plus 10 is minus 10. Which are the numbers I used now? That is very important. Which are the numbers I used? 10 and 20. 10, 20 I used. So confusion will come. Sir, 10, 20, how's minus 10? See what we are doing? Difference. Difference we are taking. So difference means what? Not only how it is like that. So difference means here you have to think subtract. We need to subtract 20 from 10. We have to subtract 20 from 10. So therefore, when you are going to subtract, you see 10, first number, then I am subtracting this minus 20. Right? So while subtract, so this sign is going to change. So therefore, okay? So 10 minus 20, that is minus 10. So like that. Suppose if I use minus 6. Suppose if I use minus 6, how much I am going to write here to get minus 10 is the result. So very easy. So I need to write minus 4 itself because minus 6 I used. If I add 4 to this, I am going to get 10. However, I need minus. So therefore, minus only I need to use it. Correct? So then, which are the numbers or which are the pair numbers I am using here? Very simple. See, first number no change, minus 6. So, which is the other number? Other number is 4. Right? 6 and 4 I used because first number, second number. Right? What I am going to do? I need to subtract. So therefore, minus 4. So therefore, minus 6. So plus 4 becomes minus 4. Because we are subtracting. When we are going to subtract, so this sign, this number sign is becomes minus. So therefore, minus 6, minus 4, minus 10. So like that. Suppose if I go with minus 5, I need to get minus 10. That already we know. So for 5, how much I need to add? 5 itself. Right? But minus I want, so therefore this also should be minus. So then which are the pair? So minus 5 and this minus, how you got? By taking the difference. So therefore 5. Minus 5 and 5. Okay? So like this. It's very easy.